all the way down, and then you take that lamb and you marinate it for a little while, and then you put it in the oven, and it doesn't matter. I say shots to everyone. Shots. Everyone join me. Thank you. I do like I do like a little entertainment from time to time. So if you see me popping one of these, it's just medicinal, particularly nothing bad about these, but I will be enjoying these from time to time as well.
No.
I see. Well, obviously a very creative chef on the cutting edge of pharmaceutical enhancement. We appreciate that. And now let's meet our next contestant and character in tonight's program, Cecilia McKenzie, the aspiring actress. Cecilia.
Hi everyone, my name is Cecilia. I'm so happy to be here. I'm just an actress from like a small town, and right now I'm a bartender, which like sucks. But I really want to become an actress, so someone please sign me. Like, I have a bunch of headshots waiting. Like, please take them from me. I have too many. Someone sign me, please. I'm begging you. I'm kidding. Anyways, I'm just really talented. One day I hope to win an Academy Award, so look out for me on the big screen. So yeah, hello.
Well, Cecilia, thank you for being, by the way, I love your work in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I mean, really, just fantastic.
Oh my God, thank you. I wasn't in that movie, but I'm sure I did great.
Okay. Well, moving on from the actress, someone we need to be cautious of, ladies and gentlemen, the con woman, May Vixen Smith. May, tell us what you're doing on right now.
Oh, I love you. Thank you. Thank you for introducing me. My name is May, I think right now. I mean, this moment, my name is May, but I like to be referred as Vixen. Anyway, I just love to hang out and well, my men that I love to hang out with often vary from man to man, and women, I really don't care for them that much, so watch out. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Nice to meet you. And next, someone who needs no introduction except for the name a billionaire, a man with all the bucks, Maxwell Langley. Mr. Langley, if you please.
Hello. Hello, everyone. This is Max. You can all call me Max. We're all friends now. Anyway, I have so much money, I don't know what to do with it. I have been working so hard making my money. My best friend, Charles Ponzi, helped me out so much that we put some money down on the Cincinnati Redlegs in the 1919 World Series. Got a hot tip from a guy named Arnold Rothstein. And I purchased a private island where I bring in booze because that's fun and it's prohibition. Try some wicked dolphin rum. It's delicious. Have it imported. It just washes up on the beach. It's not my problem if it just ends up there. That's how I get my money. And I have a wonderful, wonderful wife, but she is not important. She is very lovely and quite younger than I am, but that's okay. And don't pay any attention to say that the money I make is all from my family. They're lying. They're lying. I'm self-made billionaire, and that's what you should listen to.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, we shall see about your perhaps inconsequential spouse. And let's hear from her right now. How about the gold digger, Maisie Langley? Maisie, introduce yourself to the group, would you please?
Hello, darlings. Thank you, Maxwell, for not acting like I was important. Despite having pulled me out of a house of ill repute, I have cleaned up quite nicely. And while I do love my diamonds, my jewels, my furs, my Chanel, I do run quite a large household with many staff members, and you don't seem to mind that the house is well kept. So while I might be getting bored of you and seeking some attention, I am around for you when you need me.
Okay, well, we'll be hearing more from you later on, I'm quite sure of that. And now someone who shares her surname with a wonderful Italian beer, but she is nowhere near as smooth. Let's say hello to Marilyn Moretti, the gangster. Marilyn.
Oh, well, hello, everyone. It's nice to see you and meet you. I try not to think about it too much, but I do kind of feel like I run this town. I tend to have a lot of power and it's exciting to me, but I still care. I'll still ask about your family. I'll still check on you and make sure things are fine. But do not cross me.
Data.
I have no problem using my firearms when I have to and when I need to. So just beware and try not to mess with me too much.
Well, we will certainly keep that in mind. And if you ever were to commit a homicide, justifiably, of course, you'd probably want to get out of town quickly with the help of this guy, the pilot, Bo Hancock. Bo, tell us about yourself.
How's it going? So I'm a pilot. Taught myself how to fly at the age of 12. I've been all around the world traveling. I fly around on my aircraft that I built myself, my own 2 hands. It's fantastic. The safest plane in the world. Can't get safer. And I've killed at least 3 bears with my own hands in the woods. Done for myself. Travel around the world, exotic places, survive. It's fantastic. Happy to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you with us, even though in 1920, I don't think there was such a thing as a MAGA hat, but we'll go with it. That's good. Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
love America.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, next we want to say hello to the most well-educated member of our character cast, the Professor Eugenio Beasley. Professor Beasley.
It's great to talk to all of you tonight. I hope you weren't swayed too much by what Maxwell had to say. He may have more money than me and more money than everyone else here, but has he had the same life experience traveling the world, backpacking through the mountains, hanging out with the natives, and come back just so educated that you know every single thing about everyone? And some like to say that I love to party and that I love to drink, and then when I get a little bit too down with the alcohol, I like to reach for these pills. But you know what? That led me to my passion when I woke up one day after 2 weeks of a bender, and I was a teacher, and I could see the look in all of their eyes, and they wanted to learn everything from me. So I am here to impart all the wisdom in the world to you. And if not, I pity your soul. Thank you.
Professor, you're not a professor of pharmacology by any chance, are you?
I am not.
I see. So, well, that's good to see that you're well medicated. We appreciate that. It'll be useful during tonight's simulation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the next person in our cast of characters, the detective, the magnificent Carmen Powers. Carmen.
Oh, welcome. I'm Detective Carmen Powers. I really run this town. I've been in every part of it. I know every person. Let me give you a little tour of my office. I'll show you everything that I've been undercover. I've been undercover in the Knights of Columbus. I've been undercover wearing lederhosen. I've been undercover in several police departments and even did a sting with the fire department. So if you have anything to hide, I'm going to find you.
Well, that's pretty amazing. Tell us a bit about your hat, dear. It looks like an amazing headpiece.
Why, thank you. I got it on a sting of a luxury hat company, along with these furs.
Ah, I see. A little bit of illicit under-the-counter compensation, as it were. Good for you, my dear. Appreciate that. Well, let's move on now, ladies and gentlemen. We met Carmen, and now someone whose skills could come in very handy for many purposes, either legitimate or surreptitious, the plastic surgeon, Dr. Roderick Newberry. Dr. Newberry, if you please. I see you're in your operating studio.
Yes, and it's available for anyone who needs it. Roderick Newberry is the name. Nips and tucks is my game. And in these 20s, the days of Zoom, you're staring at yourself. You might be thinking, something's not symmetrical, or, maybe a little bit of augmentation here, there, a little Botox over there. Call me up. I'm here to help you out with anything that you might need, anything at all. And here to serve.
All right, Doctor, thank you very much. There does seem to be a dramatic pharmaceutical theme running throughout this character cast, but ladies and gentlemen, you've met our characters. keep in mind that although they may seem normal somewhat, one of them is in fact a murderer. And we're going to continue to find out what's going to go on this evening and to give you evidence to lead you to the conclusion as to who the real killer is. But right now, the fun is about to start. One of these characters that we've just met is about to get murdered. Characters, if you would please go to page 4 in your script at this time. Page 4 in your script. Wait a moment there. What on earth is going on with Maxwell Langley?
I don't feel so good.
Maxwell, what's happening?
I feel like something was put in my food or drink. I don't know. I know that my wife was very upset when I only showered once a week during the Spanish flu. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh my God. Maxwell, he appears to have expired. So we have had a first murder of this evening, the murder of Maxwell Langley. We do know, however, that with every murder there is evidence, and there is evidence that has been found on his body. Let us ask our characters to turn to page 5 as we consider the evidence found with this murder. The Maxwell Langley murder evidence. Pay attention, everyone, as we review these pieces of evidence. The first piece of evidence, a letter to Maisie Langley from Eugenio Beasley. My dearest Maisie, I cannot hide from you any longer. I must confess my love for you. I know that you are married to the billionaire, but he'll never love you like I could. You deserve excitement and adventure, and I can give you all of those things. I may not have much money, but I can fill our lives with as much joy and fun. Please leave him, my dear. You must be with me. With all of my love, Eugenio Beasley. The first piece of evidence, ladies and gentlemen. Let us examine the next piece of evidence. A letter from Maxwell to Daisy. Dear Daisy, I met with Mae Vixen Smith today, and I must say that woman intrigues and terrifies me all at the same time. This may be the wildest adventure of my life. I do hope this doesn't turn into something sinister. Maxwell. And another piece of evidence found with the body. A letter from Cecilia Mackenzie. Dear Maxwell, I know that you have received my request, and I'm not sure why you're ignoring me. I can assure you that investing in my career would be the best thing you've ever done. I'm going to be a star, Maxwell. I'm really going places. So stop ignoring me. I'd hate for you to regret it. Talk soon, Cecilia Mackenzie. Another piece of evidence found on the body. And this, remembering Joseph and Vivian Powers. It's been 20 years since Joseph and Vivian Powers sadly and mysteriously passed away. At the time of their death, they were traveling to meet their young daughter, Carmen Powers. They phoned in to let Carmen know that they were on their way home and that this was the last time anyone ever heard from them. Several weeks later, their bodies were located in the snowy mountains. It appears as though they had been in a terrible plane crash. But there was no evidence anywhere, and it appears as though everything had been cleaned up. I believe that we may be getting to this is the last article. To this day, no one has found any inclination of who could have been responsible for this terrible crime. They are in our thoughts today, as well as their fierce daughter, Carmen, who they would have been so proud of. So we have that evidence found on the body. Langley. And now, characters, we ask you to turn to page 6 as we have the first round of questions coming up to aid you and our audience in determining the murderer's identity. So let's turn to page 6, and we will begin with the first round of questions. The first questioner for this round is Robbie Montague. Mr. Montague.
Yeah, I got a question. I got a question for Roderick Newberry. Hey, Roddy, if Maxwell Langley happened to be, was he a client?
Well, any response?
Well, no. He's I don't know what you're talking about, but I think something's up with the drugs and the food. Remember that time that you accidentally drugged everyone in your restaurant?
No, I don't.
Did you put the drugs in his food?
I don't use drugs, Roddy. Come on, Roddy, old friend. You know what? I mean, I like to party sometimes, and maybe there was that one time, but I always forgotten.
Well, I don't know. Right now, you look like the hydrocodone kid. But speaking of questions, let's turn next to Cecilia McKenzie. Cecilia, I think you have a question for us.
Yeah, I do. Thank you. I have a question for my good, beautiful friend, Maisie. Maisie, did you kill your husband because you're just so insecure about yourself? Because that's kind of what it seems like to me.
Well, excuse me, as I am in mourning for the loss of my billionaire husband, I would never have killed him. I loved him and his bank account. Why would I ever have done such a thing? And I am not insecure. I can get attention from anyone I please. He was the one philandering around talking to you about your movie career.
Yeah, and it was business only, but thank you for the assumption. Okay.
Okay, so the casting couch may or may not have been involved, but I can think of about 1 billion reasons why you could have motive to kill your husband. But, we'll just leave that for another time. Let's turn now to the provocateur in our midst, Mae Vixen Smith. Vixen, what do you got for us?
I need to talk to Maisie. Are you there, Maisie?
Yes, I'm here. Vixen.
First of all, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
But were you having an affair with Eugenio Beasley?
The nerve of you to even suspect such a thing. Just because I'm quite flirtatious and, my dress might fall down a little bit from time to time, that does not mean I'm having an affair with such a man.
Well, Maisie, I do think you need to have some time to explain yourself. So do you have a question or comment on this murder? Because you seem to be a prime suspect.
Well, I have a question for Vixen. What was she doing with my husband?
Well,
Vixen.
Well.
Or are you too drunk to remember?
Let me think about it.
Exactly. Why don't you swig that drink?
That's right. A martini always makes things better. But while we wait for you to get some inspiration from your cold cocktail, let's turn next to Marilyn Moretti, because Marilyn clearly has some insights to share. Marilyn?
I have no insights except that, Eugenio, I'm wondering when you're going to pay me back all the money that you owe me. I'm very disappointed. And you know that I don't mess around when I get very disappointed. Can you tell me when I can expect my payment? Otherwise, I can take payment in other things besides cash.
Whoa.
Eugenio? We can, we'll settle up, I roll it over every year. And when the Cubs finally win that World Series, have it. So, it can't be that long. But, let's get to the point here. Everyone's been so inconsiderate. Maxwell passed away. He's a great man. Let's all take a shot to Maxwell.
Okay. Let's take a shot to Maxwell.
There will be some shots being fired, and it won't be a shot from my Manhattan.
Okay. Well, we'll just leave that threat hanging in the air as we turn to the man who is up in the air, Bo Hancock, our pilot. Bo, please beam me out of here. You won't understand that for another few decades, but please. Bo?
So, Yeah, I've never killed anyone, so I don't know why I have to even go into this. I've only killed bears in my life. I've killed 3 bears, but I only kill bears. I fly around my airplane. I travel to a lot of different places, exotic places, and my airplane is the safest plane in the world. I have the safest plane.
Now that
And I've only had
sounds like a load of horseshit, Bo. We all know that you're a murderer. Maybe not a vehicular murder, but whatever the version is with a plane.
the two fatal accidents did not count. The plane is very safe. The very, very safe.
You're right.
I
The plane is
promise.
safe. It's the pilot. Every time it's the pilot. And my dear father died on a plane. Riddle me that, Bo.
Well, we do know that
He was
built-
distracting.
we do know that he built the plane himself. We know that, right, Bo? You built the plane.
It's the safest plane though. He was distracting me. It was not my fault. He was distracting me.
Okay. Well,
We all
we'll
know that Bo
Same
is
thing in
murdered.
hand here.
Bo, I think you need to refill your flask. And while you do that, let's turn here to Mr. Beasley, who has already been called to account for the money that he owes Marilyn. But do you have anything else, any questions or comments to add to this session, sir?
Now, you listen to the Vixen and Cecilia and just spout their garbage after garbage after garbage. Maisie is going through a very tough time. And you know what? I could be the guy to help her through this tough time. I may not have the money that Maxwell had, but I will keep betting and betting and betting until I get that money and we can take a plane other than Bo's off to somewhere fun.
That money for me.
Okay, well, we'll see about that. But next, we need to turn for questioning to Carmen Powers. Carmen, what do you have to contribute to this conversation, detective?
Well, the only thing I have to say is that I think that Bo did it. He's a murderer through and through.
Really? And what leads you to that conclusion so convincingly?
Well, he flew a plane with my parents on it, and my parents are dead. So, ipso facto, he killed at least 2 people.
Okay, but past performance is no guarantee of future returns, as they say. But we do need to hear finally from the erudite doctor, Roderick Newberry, to tell us what plastic surgery has to contribute to this conversation. Doctor, your comments or question, please.
Oh, plastic surgery is the best. Everyone needs it. And you also need stuff to help everything feel better too. So why not look better and feel better with plastic surgery and these pills?
Okay, very good. So Dr. Feelgood remains in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's time now to move our evening of intrigue and murder along because the second murder is about to occur. I'd ask all of our characters to please turn to page 7 of your character guidebooks at this time. Wait a minute. There's something going on with Detective Carmen Powers. Detective Powers, are you okay?
Oh no, get out of my house. Get out. Ah! Oh, I've been stabbed. Oh, I've been stabbed.
Oh, no.
Call some other police. Call the other police. I've been stabbed.
Oh no. If only we had 911 in 1920. We'd be dialing it now. Unfortunately, we do not, ladies and gentlemen, and Detective Carmen Powers is now singing with the choir eternal. But we have found some evidence on her body, which we shall now review with you and all of the characters. Let's take a look at the evidence found on Detective Powers' body. And here we have the evidence found on the body of Detective Carmen Powers. A letter from Marilyn Moretti. Listen, Carmen, I need something else from you. Don't worry, I'll compensate generously, as I always do. May Vixen Smith, the so-called con woman, is really starting to get on my nerves. I need you to take care of her. Be careful when you do it, though. She's a lot smarter than she looks. She has stolen lucrative deals from me time and time again. Worst part is, She's too smart to ever get her own hands dirty, so I can never catch her, damn vixen. Rough her up. Frame her for something, I don't care. Just get her out of my way. Or else, Marilyn Monroe. All right, the next piece of evidence found on the body of the detective. Looks like a check. A check to the detective for $300 from Marilyn Monroe. And something that says Roderick's client list. Eugenio Beasley, Robbie Montague, Lenny Wilcox, and it says, and of course, Marilyn Monroe. So Marilyn Monroe was a client of Roderick. Interesting. So we have that check. And the client list of Roderick Newberry. And now a prescription from Dr. Newberry, raw lithium, pretty powerful stuff. And a note that says, this was the bad batch, Carmen. What are the repercussions? Roderick. Interesting evidence from Dr. Newberry's prescription pad. And finally, we have this evidence to consider. So now we ask our characters to turn to page 9 of their books for the next round of questions. This will be round 2 of the questions, and we will examine this murder and what our characters can bring to bear upon our analysis. We will begin with Robbie Montague. Robbie, you are up first.
I can't believe it, Luigi. I can't believe it, Uncle Luigi. You know, I was thinking about back when Prof. Beasley and we used to like to go out and party quite a bit. It was fun. You know, we'd have a good time, pop a couple pills, you know, maybe talk about cooking a little bit. And then, you know, the more I think about it, I think that Doc Roderick, I think you sold me some bad drugs, Doc. I think you sold me some bad drugs.
Really? So he's sort of like that pharmacist from It's a Wonderful Life who had the wrong compounding stuff, but nobody was there to save him this time.
I mean, usually, right, Prof. Usually we have a good time. It's fun. It's a party. But I don't know, man. I think I had a bad trip. And this last time, I don't know if I'm going to make it.
Okay. Well, Chef, you're becoming less coherent as the evening progresses. But let's move on, shall we, to Cecilia McKenzie. Cecilia, your question or observation, please.
Yeah, I don't have a question. I just have a statement, and that is that I think that Maisie Langley is very guilty. I think that all of this is her fault. She didn't appreciate her husband or anyone, and now she's just like ruined my entire life. Maisie, do you have anything to say? Because I would love to hear your comments.
Maisie, what say you?
Well, I'll definitely never fund any of your movie careers, so you've definitely ruined that now that I have access to my husband's estate, so good for you for that. Definitely ruin that. And another thing, I will never be with Junio. Never. I could never.
You say so?
No, he's too poor, and he buys. The only thing I want a man buying for me is Chanel. So.
Wow. Well, there's some real catfighting going on here, and we're going to continue that with Mae Vixen Smith. Vixen, you're up, girl.
Yeah, I'm up. And you know what, Marilyn? I am so sick of you taunting me and everything you have to say about me. And who is this guy? You know what? I am sick of you trying to get rid of me. I'm going to teach you a lesson.
Wow. There's a not so thinly veiled threat. But let's go back to the woman on whom so much suspicion has been cast, Maisie Langley. Maisie, you really had a lot to gain from your husband's demise, you have to admit.
What can I say? I mean, he pulled me out of a prostitution house. Here I am sitting in fine garb with all my diamonds, my jewels, my furs. I mean, what can I say? I did not kill him, though. There's obviously another suspect that has not been brought to the table.
Well, let's find out who that might be, because I think our next character, Marilyn Moretti, probably has some views that could enlighten us. Marilyn?
Well, I think my biggest problem here is directed to our dear doctor. Roderick, should I remind you how many of your patients come from me with their little prescription problems? And what do you mean we had a bad batch? That's not good for either of us for business. What's going on here, Roderick?
Well, Dr. Newberry, that's a good question. And if you said this is a bad batch of lithium, what does a good batch look like?
I don't know anything about a bad batch. I don't know anything about a bad batch.
We saw some of your handwriting saying, "Hey, this is a bad batch," right? I mean, you know, come on, man.
Carbon Powers is dead. Marilyn, who's going to protect me now?
I don't know.
Well, we'll have to wait and find out. Carmen looks like she can take care of herself, but you know, I think we really need to ask the guy who is the getaway specialist, Bo Hancock. Bo, what do you have to say about the situation?
I have a question for Marilyn Moretti. Why is it you're so jealous of Vixen? Huh? Tell me that.
I wouldn't call it jealousy. You can sniff out someone else as being fake and can't follow through with their actual doings. She's coming to my
You mean because she's better than you?
No. No one's better than me, dear Bo, and you should know that. I am the best.
Maybe you should be jealous of her.
There's no reason for me to be jealous of anyone ever.
Well, it sounds like you two may have some history. Well, we'll leave that for another time. I think next we want to turn back to our friend Eugenio Beasley, who's clearly involved in the intrigue here. Eugenio, what do you think is going to happen here?
I have a lot of issues with what's being said right now. First, Roderick, Robbie and I are your besties. Why are you selling to the person that we all despise? And by we all, I mean the entire town despises Marilyn. She's done nothing good for us. Do not supply her. She won't protect you. She'll use you, abuse you, and throw you out the side.
Oh, this is from the man that owes me God's money.
Hold on, Marilyn.
Makes sense.
You're done. I'm going to spend the rest of the time. I want to talk to Maisie.
Yeah.
You know, matters of the heart. Maisie, I may not have all the money, but do you really, after being with such a boring man for such a long time, not want the person who has the wisdom of the entire world to share with you and enrich you and make you just that amazing person?
Okay, well, we're going to now take a moment to hear from the voice beyond the grave, Maxwell Langley, who passed away but who is now a ghost in our proceedings. Maxwell Langley has something to share with us. Maxwell, can you hear me from beyond the grave?
Yes, I can, and it's very liberating. I feel better than I ever have. But I just want to say one thing. Cecilia, I hate the fact you always went after Maisie. And I never would have given you any money, even if I were still alive. I guess the only thing I do miss is my money.
All right. Well, a moment of honesty there. And now the final character to weigh in on this round's murder, Roderick Newberry. Dr. Newberry, if you please.
I need protection. Marilyn, who's going to protect me?
No. Not happening.
Oh, this guy's a billionaire and he's waving around singles? Man.
It's 1920.
Okay, that's right. Those are actually hundreds given inflation. Okay.
Before we move on, can we cheers to Carmen?
All right, here's to the memory of Carmen.
Cheers.
Cheers, there we go.
I never liked her, but I'm gonna drink.
I love that. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Something.
as we recharge our glasses, it's now time for the final murder of the evening. I ask our characters to now go to page 10 of their script. Page 10, please, ladies and gentlemen. And we will now await the final murder. Wait a minute. What's going on with May Vixen Smith? Vixen, are you okay? What's going on?
Oh man.
My God, it was a Matrix killing.
How was she murdered?
I haven't the foggiest. It was a sudden death, that's for sure. Well, we've seen the death scene from May Vixen Smith. And of course, as always, we have evidence that's been found with the body. I ask the characters to now turn to page 11, please, and we will examine the evidence that surrounds the death of May Vixen Smith. So here we have our pieces of evidence, ladies and gentlemen. We have the business card of Marilyn Monroe, the gangster, 1-800-GANGSTA. There's also a hotel ledger dated September 12, 1920 in the local hotel, one hotel room for $12. And the people who signed the ledger are May Vixen Smith and Maxwell Langley. It appears to be a bit of an affair going on, would you not say? That receipt from the hotel room, and now a letter from the aforesaid Maisie Langley. Listen here, Vixen. What a cute name you call yourself, Dollface. I see you. I know what game you're playing at because guess what? I invented this game. So no, you can't have my husband. He isn't your meal ticket. He's mine. Now, I would back off if I were you. I get what I want, and what I don't want is you getting in my way. Maisie Langley. Wow. And finally, a letter from the pilot, Bo Hancock. My sweet, sweet May, I am so grateful that you came into my life, and I cannot wait to conquer the world with you. Excited for our future and all it has in store. Forever yours, Bo. Some powerful pieces of evidence, ladies and gentlemen, found at the death scene of May Vixen Smith. And now if our characters will turn to page 11, turn to page 12, we will have the third and final round of questions. Page 12 for our characters, please. And we will begin our questioning this round with Robbie Montague. Robbie, it's all yours, sir.
Thank you, Luigi. Luigi, I want to try something different here. I'm going to get on my Ouija board. If everyone can close their eyes and grasp hands. Wash your hands first, but then grasp hands. I'm gonna try something and see if we can reach beyond. Luigi, I'm getting a message. I'm getting a message, and the message is a question. And I think that question is for the ghost of Maxwell Langley. Hey, Maxie. Did you know that May Vixen Smith and Bo Hancock were that friendly?
I didn't know, and I hope not. Bo, were you in a relationship with Miss Vixen? I swear I'll haunt you. I met the three bears in the afterlife, and they're pissed. We're coming back for you, man. Tell me true. Were you in a relationship with May Vixen?
Well, Bo?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. But she didn't want anyone to know, which is terrible. She should have told the world. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. But I have a question. Why is it that Marilyn Moretti's business card was on her body? Huh?
All I have to say is I'm so happy that your little friend is gone. She was doing no good for anyone, including you. She hid you. What good are you?
You're just jealous.
I have no reason to be jealous of that vixen, as you will. I'm just happy that she's dead, and she absolutely deserved it.
Wow, there are some really cold hearts in this group, I gotta tell you. But we next need to hear from our friend Cecilia McKenzie. Cecilia, your query for this group, please.
Yeah, I have a question for my absolute favorite girl, my best friend in the world, Maisie.
Oh, God. Give it up.
Yeah, Maisie, I know that you killed the vixen. It's so obvious. You hated her so much for getting involved with your husband. And I hope you rot in jail for this disgusting crime because I know that you did it and there is no doubt in my mind. So what do you even have to say for yourself?
What do I have to say? My question is to Maxwell. What are you doing in a hotel with Vixen? His ghost can haunt the streets for as long as he wants. He's never coming home. I have all of his money, and that's all that matters. And they do not put people like me in prison. Please. Chanel in prison? Oh, my God. Never happening. No.
Oh,
Why
well,
am I that?
well, but you know what they say, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, but we'll have to keep that in our advisement for right now. Next, let's hear from the man beyond the pale, Maxwell Langley. Maxwell, your comments from beyond the grave, sir.
I always liked Miss Vixen, and I had my money. I wanted what I couldn't have.
And what was that, sir? The true
Miss
love
Vixen?
of your wife?
All she wanted was my money. We were in a loveless marriage, but I didn't care.
You knew that from the beginning, darling. Come on. Don't act like it bothered you.
It didn't. I admit it.
Exactly.
You're there. Very nice to have you around, but I didn't need you. I had my money.
Well, Maisie, do you agree that it was a loveless marriage, and have you anything else to add?
Of course it was a loveless marriage, but I wasn't in it for the love. I was in it for the money and the clothes and the jewelry.
Well, those are reasonable things to want, I suppose. Your eternal soul, of course, would be another matter altogether.
Sorry about that.
But let us move on, shall we? Marilyn Monretti, always a voice of wisdom. Marilyn, what do you have to add to this conversation?
I don't know what there is to add. I mean, Vixen deserved it. There's nothing else to say about that. She was just trying to be someone that she couldn't be, which was me. I mean, who wouldn't want to be me? Let's be honest. I do run this town. I am the top mob gangster. What can I say? There's nothing else to say about anyone else or any other murders. You know, murder happens. Sometimes it's a better for the society kind of thing.
Well, you know, I want to turn to Bo Hancock. Bo, to put this in aeronautical terms, we're running out of airspeed and altitude, my friend. How can you help us advance our search for the true murderer?
Say it one more time.
I say we're losing altitude and airspeed, my friend. How can you help us advance our search for the real murderer?
I still think it's that business card on her body.
It's the business card.
That's my thought.
the clue, huh?
That's my thought.
All right.
If you wouldn't want to do business with me, though.
Well, let's ask a man who does not have a toothpick in his mouth, and that would be Eugenio Beasley. Mr. Beasley, you've got a number of liquor bottles behind you and seem credible. What do you think?
Well, I've got a lot of complaints, but let's first toast to the Vixen. Cheers.
Ugh,
Here's
Beasley
the Vixen.
disgusts
There you
me.
But
How
now
can you cheers when you still owe people money?
I have a lot of problems with a lot of things that have been said. Cecilia, stop grabbing fame. You know, you just keep throwing people down. That's not the way you get to the top. And Luigi, leave Maisie alone. I don't appreciate that, all right? Stop.
I'm in mourning. Thank you.
Okay.
But my main point here is Roderick. Let's talk here, Roddy. We've been through a lot together.
Sorry, Roger goes through me.
Excuse me, Marilyn.
And you owe me money, so I don't want to hear from you either.
Well, you know
Hey,
what?
it's my
And
friend.
you stay away from Maisie. That's my wife. It may be a loveless marriage, but she's
You
not.
can't care now.
All
I
right.
can do anything I want. I'm
Okay,
dead.
you ghost. But Roddy, why did you sell the drugs to May? Why would you do that? Why would you give
Hey.
Vixen the power to do that?
Hey, money is green.
It's a problem, ladies and gentlemen, but I think we have to turn now to someone whose inductive powers of reasoning will surely lead us to the truth. Detective Carmen Powers. Detective?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what I think? I think that Roderick Newberry is completely innocent. And I think going after him is the exact wrong way to go. Even though I'm a ghost, I will haunt his enemies until the end of time.
All right.
Interesting.
Well,
Thank you, Carmen.
Dr. Newberry, you've gotten a clean bill of health from a dead detective. Doesn't sound like much of an exoneration to me. What do you have to say for yourself, sir?
Totally exonerated. Totally exonerated. And by the way, Maisie, let's not forget about the letter. What did you mean when you said Vixen back off?
Or else, right?
I mean, that was
That's right.
a simple threat.
Well,
Do you
it's,
want someone going after your husband? I wouldn't.
man, I'll tell you, so many motives, so many ways to look at the evidence. But ladies and gentlemen, we've had 3 murders. We've seen 3 rounds of evidence. We have examined the suspects. We've heard questions. We've heard suggestions of culpability. Let's take a moment now to review all of the evidence that we've seen so far this evening. Let's have the Maxwell Langley murder evidence, our first murder. From this murder, we had the newspaper story. We had the letter, Dear Maxwell, from Cecilia McKenzie. We had the Dear Daisy letter from Maxwell about his meeting with Mae Vixen Smith, and a letter to Maisie from Eugenio Beasley. Those were the clues found during the first round and the first murder. Let's take a look at the second murder and the second round of clues. The Carmen Powers murder evidence found, ladies and gentlemen, at the scene. We had the letter from Marilyn Moretti to say back off or get out of my way or else. The prescription from Dr. Newberry of raw lithium, the bad batch perhaps, and a check for $300 payable to Carmen Powers from Marilyn Moretti, as well as a copy of Roderick's client list, which included Eugenio Beasley, Robbie Montague, Lenny Wilson, and of course, Marilyn Moretti. And then the third and final murder and the evidence found on that scene of Mae Vixen Smith. Let's take a look at this murder evidence, ladies and gentlemen. We have the business card of Marilyn Moretti, the gangster, 1-800-GANGSTA. We have the letter from Marie Langley to Vixen. We have the hotel ledger that shows that Mae Smith and Maxwell Langley checked into a hotel room for the princely sum of $12. Let's assume that they brought their own sheets, please.
Hey.
And then finally, a note from Bo to Mae saying how grateful he is that she came into his life and that he cannot wait to conquer the world with her. So there we have the evidence that has been collected and reviewed over the 3 murders. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to vote. Given all that you've seen, all that you've heard, all that you've inferred, it is time for you to vote on your choice, your choice of who you think the real murderer is this evening. Each device that is logged into the event will be allowed to vote in the poll. And please note, we have enabled the questions to accept more than one answer in case you're playing along with someone else and perhaps that person doesn't concur with your choice. They can cast their own vote for the murderer who is culpable this evening. So you may have a different answer to the question. So we're now going to put the voting poll on the screen, and then we're going to let everyone vote. So please, let's run the poll at this time. Tell us who the real murderer is. Make your selections, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, who?
It's a difficult choice. So many unsavory characters, so many motives, so much alcohol.
Cheers. Thanks for hosting Appreciate it, Uncle Luigi.
Hey, it's my pleasure. You know, Uncle
Cheers.
Luigi con carne. I always come through.
You know I'm going to call you that from now on, right?
I know, absolutely.
I
Hey,
didn't
Uncle
notice
Luigi.
Uncle
Hey.
character
My
is here.
cousin, they asked my cousin Mario to do it, but he was involved in an unfortunate cart accident. So,
Oh, no.
yeah,
Banana peel.
Oh,
you know what?
I thought it was a plumbing issue.
He should have flown in
into
a plane instead.
he ran into a blue mushroom.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but enough about my cousin's drug habits. We still need everyone to vote on the murderer here, ladies and gentlemen.
You toss me a club soda, please.
And boy, I'll tell you, it's a tough nut to crack, but I'm sure that there are some geniuses in our audience who are going to get it right and will have bragging rights forevermore when we at last reconvene in the Carvery for rounds of drinks over and over and over again. You know,
Bruce.
it's Uncle Luigi. I gotta. It's a tough crowd here tonight, and we're waiting for everyone to vote. I gotta say, it's a tough life. My wife, she cut me down to sex once a month. I'm lucky. Some guys she cut out altogether. But hey,
Love that.
You got a doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombots?
Dr. Vinny Boombots. You know my doctor. He's amazing. He's amazing.
I heard him.
Yeah, Dr. Vinny Boombots.
Yeah. He's my doctor too. He didn't do any good.
That's right. Well, I wonder how the voting is coming. I wonder if we have the Florida Board of Elections, ladies and gentlemen, tabulating the votes tonight. So I hope if you've partially clicked a box, that counts as half a vote. Okay.
Hanging Chad.
Hanging Chad, which by the way, I think is a great band name. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hanging Chad. Okay.
Someone's saying they want it sent again.
They want the poll sent again.
Unfortunately, I cannot send, if you've already submitted your votes, I can't resend it because it will wipe out the current results.
Oh boy, you don't want to do that.
Just guess in your head.
Exactly.
That's right. I think it was Dr. Fauci in the closet with a ventilator. Okay.
What's that? What is that behind you, Maisie?
This is a speakeasy bar. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh, I thought it was your.
I didn't expect the attitude. Okay. Just a.
Or
For it.
I'm in the Clue, the ballroom.
That's
Who did
Nice.
Who did it in the ballroom?
Very nice.
Good question.
Yeah. Someone said, "Where do you get Wicked Dolphin?" It's in what? Naples, Florida, Margaret? Fort Myers. Cape Coral, Florida. Yeah, that's where they Wicked Dolphin. We went to the place, the distillery. It was quite nice for Florida.
very cool. All right. The chat room is hilarious.
I love
Yeah.
the chat. Living for the chat.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
This is cool. Like, there's so many great things that the club is doing. My favorite right now is anything Chef Michael Ponzio is doing is amazing. That guy could easily be on the Food Network or any food show. He's unbelievable. I know some people have done cooking along with him. I hope to do that soon, but it looks like a lot of fun. I've cooked it later the foods that he's cooked along with people, but I don't know. It's quite amazing.
My favorite.
Oh, somebody did scallops.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh yeah, and we got the porchetta, which we're gonna eat right after this. Yeah, it looked good. Still in the fridge.
Just speaking personally for me, Luigi con Carne, my favorite is when Chef Ponzio cooks the whole thing and then just serves it and I sit there and eat it. That's my favorite thing.
You don't want to give it a go? You don't want to try it?
Oh, sure, absolutely. But the most fun thing is the staff. When the chef and the crew come up with new ideas for the menu, we get a little tasting like, hey, what do you think of this? We're like,
Oh yeah.
Give me a fork.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Like
I
how
saw Alexis just said that the Mother's Day food was really, really good.
It was really,
Yeah?
yeah. It was really good. We ordered a bunch and I dropped some off at my cousin. We had food for like 20 people, but it was awesome. Great.
That's cool.
Okay. All right. Well, it looks like the poll has been closed, ladies and gentlemen, and I think that I'm about to get the super secret message from my colleagues telling me what's going on. Okay, let's see here. Because we're getting close to the
corned beef hash tonight.
We have a really big shoe. Oh yeah, the UNC Boys and Girls Club wine dinner on July 17th. That's got to be unbelievable.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's going to be. Yeah, that's going to be.
Yeah, Maisie, you have all my money. You're going to buy all the wine.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the reveal. So everyone pay attention, please. Heed these words because we're about to find out just what the hell is going on and what has gone on. So let's start with the first murder. Our very unfortunate Maxwell Langley, the billionaire. Now, as you know, Maxwell Langley seemingly had a lot of connections. He made a lot of friends and a lot of enemies. Some may even say that he was a bit too trusting with who he let in. And this turned out to be his downfall. When Maxwell was murdered, it was nothing personal, just strictly a con in play, someone after all those billions of dollars. He had been unlucky enough to get involved with a very tricky person, someone who had sinister plans all along. And then he was poisoned dead. The second murder, Carmen Powers, the detective, was made strictly out of protection. As you have probably noticed by now, Carmen was a dirty cop, and she had strayed far from the path of lawfulness. Carmen was on the payroll for Marilyn Moretti, our gangster, and she seemed to do any bidding that Marilyn wanted her to, as long as Marilyn paid enough. Marilyn had, not so coincidentally, by the way, instructed Carmen to take out the same person who Maxwell Langley had seemed so infatuated with. Both of these victims were strongly connected with Mae Vixen Smith, the con woman. But here's the thing, how could Mae Vixen Smith be the murderer if she was the very next to meet her untimely demise? Well, for those of you following the evidence, you may have noticed that Mae was a bit too smart to get her own hands dirty, and instead, she recruited the hands of someone very close to her, someone who loved her dearly and would have done anything for her. And so, our lovely guests, ladies and gentlemen, the murderer is Bo Hancock, the pilot. Bo did all of this dirty work for the woman he loved so much. The whole evening started as a pilot, as a plot to con Maxwell out of his money so that the couple could run away together to wherever they wished to and they never have to worry about money again. Bo believed that Mae really loved him. He honestly believed that she was ready to give up her life of tricks and dishonesty to start a real life with him. He gladly murdered Maxwell for her. And then he murdered Carmen Powers when Mae came to him and told him that Carmen was after her. He never would have let anything happen to this woman who he genuinely loved with all of his heart. But then he had to go and find the receipt from the hotel room that Maxwell Langley had shared with none other than his darling Mae. I guess we'll never know if that was a business deal or something more, since Bo immediately just snapped and subsequently murdered May before she could explain. After everything he had done for her, he simply could not take it anymore. And once you train a man to murder for you, you shouldn't be surprised how easily it comes to him. So that's the result, ladies and gentlemen. The murderer is Bo Hancock. And now my colleagues will put up the poll to show how many people had the correct answer. So here are the poll results.
Oh.
Who is the killer?
Oh!
The correct answer was chosen by 22% of our participants. The biggest votes went to Eugenio Beasley and Maisie Langley.
Come
Both
on.
votes were wrong, so 22%. Now, going to our death scene, a multiple choice. The winner by a clear plurality of 58%, the wonderful Maxwell Langley. Let's have a round of applause for Maxwell, ladies and gentlemen. Outstanding, the best death scene. And then I think we have our last poll result, do we not? Which is best in character performance. Could we put that up, please? I'm asking Carol Merrill to pull back curtain number 3 and show us best in character. Who's the best in character?
Hold on.
Most in character.
Maisie.
Maisie Langley.
I don't see it yet. Let me close this.
Oh!
Scroll down.
We have that poll of best in character. Maisie is correct. Maisie is best in character. Maisie Langley, let's take a bow. Thank you. Very outstanding. Ladies and gentlemen.
Celine, so good.
Ladies and gentlemen, now that we've concluded our murder mystery, we want to give an opportunity for a curtain call for all of our wonderful characters to thank them. Let's begin with best in character, most in character. Celine Fitzgerald of Maisie Langley.
Yay!
Way to go. Woo! Let's also give a big round of applause to Madison playing Cecilia McKenzie, the aspiring actress, Madison Rudis.
Yay!
Wonderful, wonderful. Next, the incredibly, inexplicably intriguing gangster, Marnie Smiley as Marilyn Monretti. Marnie.
Hey, Marnie.
The captivating detective, Carmen Powers, Pamela Russell. Pamela.
I'm actually Pam's daughter, Caitlin.
Okay. Sorry, I got the wrong sheet here. All right, let's see if we can improve on the next one. Our wonderful Mae Vixen Smith, the con woman, Lori Berry. Lori.
Yay!
Oh my gosh.
Bravo!
Oh my goodness, what a hottie. And our intoxicated, drugged up beyond belief chef, Robbie Montague, Stephen Smutney. Stephen.
Dear Lord.
Oh my God.
I love it.
He wasn't kidding about the shots or the pills, ladies and gentlemen. And next, the man with the big bucks, the billionaire Maxwell Langley, performed by Jake Wilkoff. Jake.
Followed. Thank you so much, everybody. It was a lot of fun. I grew the mustache just for this. Maybe not.
All
Maybe
right.
just for the quarantine.
And of course, we wouldn't have been able to do it without the murderer, the pilot, Bo Hancock, played by Vlad Sharika. Vlad.
I would have gotten away with it too. I would have.
That's right. And in real life, he probably did, but you didn't hear it from me. Next, the plastic surgeon. He's not a real doctor, but he played Dr. Roderick Newberry tonight. Jeff Chen, Mr. Chen.
Yeah.
Outstanding. And finally, the man with PhD, which stands for Piled Higher and Deeper, Eugenio Beasley, the professor, Daniel Glotzbach. Dan.
Is that the Malort behind you?
Oh my God, is he drinking Malort?
He's taking shots at something.
Take a shot
Malort
of
is the
Malort.
best.
Malort.
Oh my
Take
God.
a shot,
Hold on, I'll do Malort too.
Do
We're
it.
doing
Drink
Malort.
it
Let's go. Hold
now.
on.
All right. And ladies and
I want
gentlemen,
to see it. Someone actually do it.
That
I'm
doesn't work. I
Uncle
didn't know if
Luigi,
it or not.
Luigi Concarne, better
Yeah.
known as Dave Cohn, your
Bottle of it.
Director of Affairs. It's
Way to go,
very
Dave. Luigi.
wonderful to conduct the murder mystery tonight. I hope everyone had a lot of fun. The characters
So
were great.
fun.
Was wonderful. So I think that we're going to wish everyone a good night. We hope everyone had fun. We hope to see you again at the next virtual fun time.
In the drawer over.
Here's to Luigi.
Let's also
Here's
have
to
a
Luigi.
big round of
But I
applause
think it was
our,
the
our
dog.
member events team, Debbie Lee and Kelsey Miller for pulling this all together, and our
Yeah.
Josh, thank you.
Hey,
Luigi.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Luigi.
we are adjourned, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a beautiful evening, and don't murder any.